Hey everyone, and welcome back to my channel. Hi guys, welcome to another video. Happy January when you're watching this. I'm currently filming it in December and it feels really weird saying it's going to be January next month. Like, 2024 is nearly upon us. That is just crazy. But in today's video, I thought we could do a Q&A because I haven't actually done one of these for a long time because I did post one recently, but I filmed it like way, like ages ago. I think in like September or October time. So I wanted to do like an updated one where I'm at currently, that sort of thing, to start the new year off. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you do, make sure to give it a massive thumbs up. Please subscribe if you're new, that would be absolutely amazing. And yeah, let's get started. Hey everyone, welcome back to another episode. How are you all doing? Okay guys, so it's actually 8 o'clock, 8:15 at night, so the lighting is, it's not doing it for me. I won't lie to you. But this is the best we're gonna get. So we're just gonna have to go with this. I could get a ring light. That's a smart idea. I'm gonna get a ring light. Wait there. Professional. Okay guys, I've got a ring light. Let's see if this helps. I don't know. We're just gonna go with this. First question. Let's go with a deep one first, and that is, how do hate comments affect you? Now, if you are like over on Instagram, following my journey on there, you'll know I posted a video and I think it got about 21, nearly 22 million views, which is beyond insane. Like, I can't even picture that many people. It's really like crazy because obviously when I posted that video, it's just like any other kind of one of those videos. Obviously it was a special one to me because, there's so much growth in that video and, there's so much hope. But yeah, to get 21 million views is like insane. And, with that many views, unfortunately comes a lot of hate. And on that video, I did get a lot of hate, like a lot of people commenting on my body, commenting gifs, like not nice gifs, like just, yeah, really not nice messages. Like the first couple like million views I got, the comments were absolutely lovely, and then after that it just went like really hurtful. And to be honest guys, after that point I just didn't look at the comments because I saw them like when it went past kind of, when it got to the point when I started seeing hate comments pop up, I just chose to ignore those comments, and actually not look through the comment section, because I knew that if I looked down there, amongst so many nice messages, don't get me wrong, so many lovely messages, those couple of hate comments would be enough to trigger me. So I just decided I'm not going to look at those comments anymore. And you guys are so lovely. The lovely people actually send me DMs and, send me really nice messages. So I just chose kind of not to look at the comment section anymore. The people, who on the daily send me messages, genuinely, that's what means the most. Like, those comments just, they're not like relevant, and they're not kind of, I'm not going to let them impact me because they're just so contradictory anyway. Like, there's people telling me I'm flat, there's people telling me that, they're flying all over the place. Like, it doesn't make sense, and I choose to listen to those lovely messages, to those DMs I get, because, that's what means the most to me, and that's what I value. But yeah, with the hate comments, I think if they, like, it's never acceptable to comment, on someone's body, but to comment those sorts of things, it's really nasty, and for some people it would really affect them. For me, probably like 2 months ago, it would have really affected me. But now I know how lovely this community is, and I choose to listen to that rather than the hate comments. But I think that just comes with like the place I'm at, and just I can see that they're like not true, if that makes sense, and see them for what they are, while they're awful and they're horrible, you know, I just think, you know what, like that person must be really insecure about that or something like that. Like I choose to not let them, like, kind of, I know that they're not true, if that makes sense, but it's so hard and it's such a hard journey I've been on, because I've got comments in the past that have really, really affected me and I still remember them to this day. But I think when you've got that many people commenting hate, I think, you know, it's just, it's a lot. It's a lot. But yeah, I don't know if that makes sense. But yeah. Next question. How does your literal thinking manifest in your love of English? Okay, so obviously, guys, I'm autistic. You guys know that. And with that comes, for me, being quite a literal thinker, which basically means, like, you know, I'll see something and I think it's like that's the way it is, if that makes sense. Like I just see it, someone says something, I find it difficult to know, kind of like interpret it. Like, you know, a lot of people like every single day use kind of like euphemisms, which could be like it's raining cats and dogs and stuff like that. And for me, that I interpret that as it's literally raining cats and dogs. And obviously, I've learnt to kind of like evolve and try and understand that better, because unfortunately it's used so much, you know, phrases like that in the world we live in. It's used so much more than you'd ever think if you weren't like, if you didn't notice it like I do. But yeah, but in terms of English, I think the thing with me is like I'm literally thinking, but I'm also really good at making abstract points about things, like seeing things from a different lens. And I think that's a real strength of mine. Like I'm really good at analysis and I'm really good at seeing things in a different way. And I think like in English, it means that, you know, I could be presented with any kind of text or whatever. I could read it and I could really infer and like, you know, make a point about something that is quite, some may argue like, you know, out of the box kind of thing, like one that no one else has thought of. But to me, I read that and that's what comes to mind. So I think I am literally thinking, but I'm also quite like thinking out of the box and like quite imaginative. And I think the two kind of collide to make points that like, you know, no one else has thought of. And I think also just like, you know, literally thinking can lead to, you know, like alternative points, because like you see things in a different way to other people, and that can be a really like good strength when it comes to English. So yeah, I don't know if that makes sense. But next question, what's your favourite hobbies? I think like, I don't know, guys, like I used to play the cello. I don't know if, like, fun facts, I was grade 8 cellist. Well, I am grade 8 cellist. And to be honest, like, going to secondary school, I don't want to say killed my love for it, but it kind of did, just because I hated the competitive nature of it. I hated just, I actually don't like performing. I don't like, you know what I mean? Like, I think it's the whole social aspect. And don't get me wrong, like, all the musicians are lovely and everything like that, but I think I just find it hard. And yeah, I think after I got my grade 8 cello, I was kind of like, like, I've worked so hard for this and I've got to this point that I don't actually know if I like it anymore. And I'm sure in the future, like, I'll pick it up again and I'll really enjoy playing for fun and not just to get the grades. Because that's what the point of it is. But I think in society, we're conditioned to think that, you must get your grades and then, that's what you're working towards, whereas that's really not the case. So I would say my hobbies at the moment are obviously YouTube, Instagram, social media. I absolutely love it, guys. Like, genuinely, like, I'm quite a creative person and I just feel like I can be so creative on here, and I absolutely love helping people. I just love everything about it. Obviously, I don't like the hate comments and everything like that, but I absolutely love it. So yeah, social media is my hobby, I guess. And yeah, I just really want to keep doing it. I want to keep seeing where it takes me and if I can, if it can be my future, because I just absolutely love it. And I feel also as an autistic person, it is just so, like I can create whatever I want to create whenever I want to create it, if that makes sense. Like, yeah, it's just so, you know, flexible and just, yeah, I just love it. So thank you to you guys for following along on my journey, because it encourages me so much. Okay, next one. How do you cope when things are tough and you feel overwhelmed? I think this is really difficult because I think for me, what I actually struggle with a lot is that I internalize a lot of things. You know, if I'm struggling or if I'm feeling overwhelmed, like I will try and kind of get through it and I won't really tell anyone how I'm feeling, which isn't a good thing. But I think, you know, I think in more recent years, since, you know, I found out I was autistic, I think I have been more assertive of my needs, in the sense that I can identify when I'm overwhelmed and I can kind of manage that situation. But I think for me, a really good one is actually just sleep, because, you know, sometimes you just need a break, and sleeping really helps me. I think also, like, getting it out, telling someone, writing stuff on paper, like, you know, that really helps. And yeah, I think just give yourself time. Don't try and push yourself on and, you know, act like everything's fine, like I did for so many years, but actually, like, identify how you feel and then try and see what you can do in that here and now about it. And if you can't do anything about it, then, you know, try and just identify what it is, if it can be resolved, and then if it can't, then try and rationalize in your brain why, you know, it's not helping move you forward, like feeling overwhelmed about it, because there's nothing you can do. I don't know if that makes sense at all. Next up, when did you first want to be a YouTuber? Okay, this is actually such a great question, because I used to film videos when I was really, really young. Like when I first got a phone, like I think I was like filming videos because I absolutely loved it. Like I think it was my outlet and my little kind of hobby. Like I never made anything of them. Like I think I edited them. I think we've probably got them somewhere, but like I think, yeah, I just always made these videos and never posted them. And I always thought, like, you know, one day I would love to do YouTube, but I think I was always too scared of what others think. So if you're watching this and you're like, I don't want to start YouTube because I'm too scared of what others are going to think, that was me. But just follow your dreams, like genuinely, because since I've started YouTube, I've absolutely loved it. And I think just like that's so important. Like you can literally do whatever you want. Like don't let other people hold you back, because, you know, you're going to end up in 20, 30 years time wishing that you did it and you never did. And you don't want to feel like that. Like do what makes your heart happy, and, you know, don't let others hold you back from being what you really want to, like do what you really want to do, or like let them shape your future, because at the end of the day it's your life, and, you know, do what you makes you happy. And yeah, that got really deep really quickly, but yeah, I wanted to be a YouTuber like for quite a while. I wouldn't say a YouTuber, I wanted to make videos and like post them. But yeah, it's just so crazy to me that I actually do YouTube. Like now that I wake up and I'm like, Rachel, you literally have a YouTube channel which you post on. Like this has literally been your childhood dream. Like how is this even real? But then I remind myself, like, I made this a reality, you know what I mean? Like I put in the work and I made the leap and all this sorts of stuff. And don't get me wrong, I get so much support from like people, but you know, at the end of the day, I'm doing this, and I'm just so like, yeah, so crazy to me. But yeah, next question: give us a golden retriever, because I love your I love the way your face lights up when you talk about them. Yes, please, please, goals for 2024. Get a golden retriever. I really want to get a golden retriever. If you don't know, that's my special interest. So yeah, please, please. Next one. How did you learn your cartwheels? Okay, so when I was in school, it feels like so long ago. It feels like, you know, like an adult says, when I was in school, because I've been out of school for so long now. Like I do online school now, but there was a long time when I wasn't in school, because of illness and all that sort of stuff. So it feels so weird saying when I was in school. Like I think it was like maybe in between lockdown or something, we had like a gymnastics like PE class, and they were like, do a handstand, do a cartwheel, and I couldn't do it. Well, I could, but like really badly. And I just went home and practiced and practiced and practiced. Like weeks on end, I was doing these cartwheels and handstands because I just enjoyed it. Like for no other reason than I just enjoyed it. And I think that was about 3-4 years ago. And I still absolutely love it. Like I just love the feeling of doing a handstand or doing a cartwheel, and that's how I learn. I think I watched a few YouTube videos on it. But yeah, it's something that you just have to practice. Like I'm gonna be honest, you just have to practice it. But yeah, I just absolutely love it. I would love to do gymnastics. Hopefully in the future. Not like professional, but just like, you know, in a gymnastics like room, like a gym with like all the gymnastics equipment, and just have a go on each one, because I think that would be so fun. And last one, what are your plans for 2024 if you have any? I think I really struggle with thinking about the future because it overwhelms me, you know, like it does. And I especially find New Year's Eve like really, really difficult because it's so overwhelming, and it's like you have to have all these goals and all these plans, and they all have to come true in the next year. And like, you know, and I just think for me, like my biggest goal is just to be present, be in the now, you know, not worry about the future, not kind of let the past hold me back, and just, yeah, be in the now, be in the present. And I think at the moment I'm actually doing something really, really, really challenging, like literally in this moment. It's, I don't want to, it's the biggest like thing I've ever done since for 5 years, and I don't really want to talk about it because it's super, super, super personal. But you know what? Like, I'm doing it, and that is absolutely incredible. Like, literally, like a couple of months ago, I couldn't even process doing something like this, and I'm doing it right now. Like, you know, this week I'm doing it, and I'm actually telling myself, like, you know, now that I'm literally doing it, I'm it's so hard to describe without saying it, but I hope you guys understand that it's just so personal to me. But you know, now that I'm doing it, like I'm like, you know what, just actually enjoy it, enjoy this time, enjoy this week, because you know, like just take it day by day. And that is just absolutely insane. Like I've always worried about the future, and you know, obviously I've been through a lot of stuff, and that really affects me as well, trauma wise. And I just think to be in the present is one of the most powerful things, and it's still something I'm learning, don't get me wrong. But yeah, it's just, I just don't want to think about the future. I don't want to think, you know, I want to process the past. I want to kind of figure it all out, but I just want to be here, be in the now. And yeah, I feel like that got really deep, but yeah, I think I'm going to end this video here. Also, can we ignore this hoodie? This hoodie has been my brother's, my sister's, and now mine, but I just love it. So we're just going to ignore the fact that, yeah, I don't even know what this is. Paint. I wear it for all sorts of things, but you know, when you have a comfort piece of clothing, we're here for it. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching this video. I hope you did enjoy. I didn't actually answer all my questions. I'll probably do another Q&A quite soon. But yeah, thank you to everyone who sent me in a question. Thank you for watching, and make sure to subscribe, it's free. And yeah, see you guys soon for a brand new video. Bye guys.